Hello, my name is Deborah Allen and I'm president of Searchwise Consultants. IIDA, thank you very much for asking me to participate in the Strength, Promote, and Flourish program. I started Searchwise Consultants 20 years ago. We are a niche executive search firm based in the commercial and residential interior design products industry. It was in the beginning of 2010 I was asked to speak at an IIDA meeting, primarily the same topics we will cover today. The job market was tight then as it is now. I will never forget March 13th, 2020. It was like the day the world stopped. The good news, prior to March 13th, 2020, we were unbelievably busy for years. During this pandemic, business did not stop for us. Granted, it slowed considerably, but there are still companies hiring. And I'm confident business is going to pick up soon. I'm always optimistic. I understand our time is limited, so I'm going to offer you to email me after this presentation with any questions you have. Honestly, I don't mind at all helping in any way possible. My personal email address is da@searchwiseconsultants.com. So here are a few topics that I've been asked to cover today. Should you tailor your resume per job and quick resume tips? To hire a recruiter or not? What are the 3 top action steps a career seeker should be doing in downtime? How to use social media to find a new position? How to interview virtually and interview tips. Okay, so let's start with should you tailor your resume per job and quick resume tips. Tailoring your resume per job is tricky, and I caution everybody to be careful here. If you want to grab the hiring manager's attention, you will need to give them what they want. Common sense is just going to have to prevail here. You can't misrepresent your skill set. If you're a designer and your job title is creative or producer, you may want to change the title that fits the position to designer. Job boards look for keywords, so keywords do matter. But having several different versions of a resume can be confusing, especially for recruiters. For example, if the job calls for a project manager with a PMP certification, you are best served by making sure you use the same language as the job description. The percentage of actually getting hired from a job board is very low. We'll talk more about job boards in a minute. A resume isn't going to get you hired, but it sure can get you eliminated. It's important. It's your calling card. It's an opener only. People think that their resume accounts for 90% of getting a new job when it's actually only 10%. A hiring authority is going to spend less than a minute reading your resume, so you need to make those seconds count. Research resume writing. Put one together yourself, and then spend the money to have your resume professionally created. You can find a good resume writer that isn't going to break the bank, I promise you. A good resume writer will make sure you don't go more than 2 pages. We'll focus on appropriate summary, overview, accomplishments, etc. No matter what, we know gimmicky resumes don't work. What's a gimmicky resume? That's something that's going to include images and special formatting, no picture of yourself, by the way. Many employers immediately weed out resumes which feature personal images. It's basically due to the fact it can contribute to accusations of hiring discrimination later down the road. Using particular or difficult to read fonts. I mean, a lot of this is just common sense, but you'd be surprised what we see. It's also good to find a good resume writer that understands the industry that you're in. Okay, so let's move on to hire a recruiter or not. I say no. I network with a few other executive recruiters, and we all agree the answer is no. You should not pay a search firm to help you find a job. The companies that hire search firms are the people who foot the bill, who pay us. So while helping other people is the most satisfying part of my work, It's literally my job to put forth the best candidates who have a chance. I know that sounds harsh, but this can work in your favor. Many recruiters want to coach a candidate to be more appealing to hiring managers, so take advantage of our suggestions. Also, don't take money from recruiters. If you are told they will pay you for a referral, that's a bad sign. We get candidates referred to us all the time because we do a good job, not because we're dishing out money. Okay, so what are the top 3 action steps a career seeker should be doing in downtime? The answer is network, research, and update your skill set. Have a plan and incorporate it. Number 1, networking. 85% of all jobs are filled through networking. I'm going to say that again. 85% of all jobs are filled through networking. The unspoken truth, if you are only sending out your resume, you are not going to get hired. The most effective use of your time is networking and directly contacting potential employers. Now is the time to call everyone you know, and don't be afraid for asking for help. People want to help. Research, which ties into networking. Read trade journals. For that matter, read everything and anything related to your industry or related industries. Utilize local business groups, seminars, CREW, IIDA, AIA, Coronet, trade shows, IFMA. What are they up to, and is there any opportunity to network? Everybody seems to be doing some type of virtual networking right now. Take advantage of it. What industries are hiring during this pandemic? Research and see if your skill set fits in any of the categories. It's hard to find a new job, even in good times. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of time, and a lot of hard work. In preparation for this presentation, I did an internet search. I simply typed in companies hiring during COVID. Lots of stuff popped up. What you'll need to do is sift through. Are there any anywhere in the company's profile or job description that fits your skill set? I plugged in commercial interior design jobs. Simply Hired popped up with lots of jobs across the country. They could be old posts, and they probably are, but it still gives you names of the companies. Start researching and figure out how to get to the hiring authority. If you submit your resume online, it's highly likely your resume will go into a big black hole. On average, 250 resumes are received for every corporate job posting. It's a lot. The first 200 land just seconds after the job is posted. Your main objective is to figure out who is making the hiring decision. I'm not saying it's easy. Job hunting in the 21st century requires focus and dedication you didn't know you had. Update your skill set. Don't get passed over because you didn't know the basics. What's missing? Not proficient in SketchUp? Not familiar with creating FF&E presentations and spec books? Look for a career during the day, update your skill set at night. There are a lot of online courses available. Brush up your sales skills, presentation, negotiating, and influencing. Even if you aren't in the sales industry, you need to sell your best product, which is you. So make sure your personal pitch is relevant, timely, and effective. How to use social media to find a new position. I'm going to start with LinkedIn. It's an incredible tool, but again, not just to post your resume. It's an excellent site to research companies and help you get to the hiring authorities. Make sure your profile is top-notch. Once we receive a resume, I immediately go to LinkedIn. Your picture should be professional, no hats, no sunglasses, no kids, no animals, no peace signs. Don't do that. You're a creative group. Create a website showcasing your work, and if appropriate, add to appropriate social media sites. You don't need to disclose everything about you. Save something for the interview. When you have time, visit our website, searchwiseconsultants.com, and read one of our blogs. Post away at your own peril. It's a friendly reminder what can happen if you fall in the trap of being too sloppy on social media. But no matter what, please know that the likelihood of you getting hired from a job board is low. Again, spend your time finding a new job through networking. How to interview virtually and interview tips. Your main objective is to get a face-to-face with the hiring authorities. Since we've had to shelter in place, we have completed placements where the entire process was completed virtually. It's a risk both sides take, the candidate and the employer. But open positions can be costly to organizations, and they know that. All rules apply, just like you were interviewing in person, only you need to test your technology, set the scene and minimize distractions, sit down prepared, monitor your body language, dress the part. You have to be able to demonstrate you can and will add value to the company. Research what it is they're looking for and be able to articulate. You can not only do the job, but how you can add to the bottom line. Can you articulate what it means to be an effective designer? Do you have existing relationships with clients that will follow you? Do you know how to capture new clients, or just a few examples? By the way, here are the top reasons people don't get called back from the interview. Not dressed properly, late to the interview, didn't ask questions, wasn't prepared, they didn't research the company or the interviewers, they overshared personal information, they didn't stay on point, they didn't demonstrate they could do the job, they fixated on what the job could do for them, offered opinions where they were not requested, didn't stay on point, and didn't follow up. You have to follow up. Send the thank you notes immediately. If you interview with multiple people, send individual thank yous. Most employers want to hear in a job interview, this is what they want to hear. Here's what I can do for you. Again, leave your personal ambitions out of the interview unless specifically asked. I'm both a team player and self-sufficient. I know how to do the job. You can rely on me. I play well with others. I'm motivated and enthusiastic. I will figure it out. I want this job. Do not leave the interview without asking for the job. Okay, so that was a lot of information to share in a short amount of time. You have my contact information. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm here to help in any way. It's a hard time, I get it. Now is not the time to wait it out. No waiting, be in motion. Companies are hiring. Have a goal in mind that you are going to not only survive, that you're going to thrive. Wishing you all the best. Thanks again, IIDA, for having me. Bye for now.